This is Dr. Michelle Loria, the System CMIO, here to talk to you about Autotext, something that you can create once and use many times. We're going to cover why bother using it, where you can use it, why you might want to use Autotext versus Fluency Direct. We'll show you how to create some drop-downs. We'll talk about some of the differences between PowerNote versus Dyn documentation, and we'll also be, through the course of this, showing you how to create it. Autotext is something that you can create once and use many times. I do a lot of counseling about hepatitis C and pregnancy, and so I have created an Autotext called Hep C, and I can ensure that I counsel the same way every time. If the literature changes, I can quickly update my Autotext, and therefore I know that I'm doing the right thing. Autotext can be either public or private. You manage your Autotext in dynamic documentation by going into this Manage Autotext box. All private Autotext should start with a dot and then the name of the Autotext. So you can see that I have something here called amnio, which is my amniocentesis note. All public Autotext starts with a slash, and then we've created a series of prefixes that help you quickly search. So here are all the Autotexts that have been created for labs. This is useful because you can quickly search by using the slash and the prefix what's most useful to you. We have a spreadsheet that we will be publishing that lists all of the public Autotext. When you go to create an Autotext in dynamic documentation, you need to do it by going into this Manage Autotext list. And you can see the public phrases, which you can copy and then edit to make your own. Or you can create a new phrase. When you create a new phrase, you can add smart templates to it. Smart templates are items that pull in documentation from other areas of the chart. So here, this is going to pull in allergies. This is going to pull in allergies without reactions or allergies with reactions. Many of these already exist as an Autotext, but maybe I'm creating something that's a little bit more complicated where I want a series of smart templates and then some Autotext. So I can insert it here. I can also add drop-downs to my Autotext. Drop-downs can only be used in dynamic documentation. They don't work in PowerNote. To add a drop-down, I can say, am I happy? And this now allows me to create a list, and I can keep adding items to it, and I could require it to use a blank. Cerner, by pushing the F3 button, allows you to search for these underscores. So you can put underscores in your Autotext to remind you where you're going to take you to all those blank spots. And I can create it. If I want to, I could create a library of widgets so I don't have to keep creating that yes/no drop-down. And I can copy and paste drop-down lists that I've created for other Autotext into the Autotext that I'm creating. People are a little bit on the fence regarding drop-downs as it requires a lot of point and clicking. The M-modal feature where you put items within brackets and then can go from bracket to bracket and just replace what's in the bracket with your dictation appears to be a more useful function for some folks, but you'll see that we've created a lot of public Autotext that utilizes the drop-downs. I can use Autotext in PowerNote, dynamic documentation, and in messaging. Messaging is a great place to go and build your custom Autotext because Message Center doesn't require that you have a patient present. I can click this Manage Autotext button and it gets me to the same spot. Also, within PowerNote and Message Center, I can highlight text, and then if I right-click, I can save it as Autotext. You can't use Autotext in PowerForms or iView annotations. In addition, the drop-down lists can't be copied and pasted between notes. However, they can be copied and pasted in between different Autotext. Fortunately, you can't share Autotext between users within the Autotext tool. What you have to do is email somebody else the text they want to use, or you can look at what someone else has documented and then copy that and put it into an Autotext you create for yourself. A lot of people ask about the difference between Autotext and Fluency Direct commands. Autotext is easier to search because if I just type my period, I can see all of my Autotext here. And if I type a slash, I can see all of the system Autotext pretty easily. For Fluency Direct, I have to remember the commands. I can't see all the commands face up. However, a lot of people feel that the next field capabilities and the ability to overwrite within the brackets in Fluency Direct is a lot easier. So it appears that most folks are going to want to use a combination, in that for your really common text phrases like a physical exam or review of systems that you're always using, probably might want to do that in Fluency Direct if you're using that for all of your free text documentation. However, for items that you don't use that frequently, Autotext appears to be the best tool. Thank you very much.